A man can set aside his emotions, control his emotions, and allow his reason and logic to dictate his actions. That's it. That's the answer. That's what it means to be a man.
Welcome everyone to the Red Pill Chauvinist Show. I am your braggadocious yet very humble host, the Red Pill Chauvinist. Thank you for taking the time to ride with me. Leave all the BS in the trunk and just bring logic with you. This is a variety show that deals with topics like dating, spirituality, traveling, and much more. I'll be doing interviews with special guests from various walks of life, in addition to freestyling rants, discussing my opinions, and dropping red pills. Remember, the red pill mindset is not believing in society's narrative and finding your own answers. Come take this ride with me. Yes, sir. Welcome everyone to the world famous Red Pill Chauvinist Show. I'm your braggadocious yet very humble host, the Red Pill Chauvinist. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I'm reporting live from Bogota. You see my passport over my shoulder? Yeah, that's what that looked like. That's a passport, man. So I'm reporting live from Bogota, man. It's a nice city. You know, it reminds me of home. I'm from New York, you know, so it reminds me of home a little bit, which could be a good or bad thing, but I'm not here to talk about that. Last night I was on a fire panel with the God King Afi Kingdom, man. Dominance Mindset and Raw Game. We was on the Underworld panel. And shout out to Manimal Planet. You know what I mean? He dropped hella gems, hella jewels. Shout out to my brother from another mother, Mr. Freeport, aka Professor MGTOW, aka Dowson. I mean, y'all know why I call him that if you see that show. Of course, shout out to LDA, Steph is cold, Said Jones. You know what I mean? Shout out to all y'all, man. But it was because of last night's panel that made me wake up on this Sunday morning and decide to speak on this. This meaning Remedial Game 101. But why am I even talking about that? Alright. Well, I know on several panels, several times I said, you know, my channel ain't about talking about chicks, man. But I can do it though. I also say that I'm not a dating coach or relationship expert. But I can give advice though. And I mean, like, I've been doing this for so long to my family members, close friends, that and been met with so much resistance that I basically kept everything to myself. Whatever game that I know, whatever game I have, whatever I do, I keep it to myself. I don't even talk to nobody about it. But being on the panel last night opened up different chambers in my brain to remind me of the things that I've done and that I'm doing now. Because you have to understand, let's be very clear. When it comes to me, I don't have a cookie cutter preset game. My shit is live in action. My shit is not scripted. My shit is not joint scripted or nothing like that. Everything is improv. And I mean, so that's when somebody asks me like, yo, what should I tell this girl this? I can't tell you. Because if I were in that situation, I will use the things in the environment plus the body language that I'm getting from her, and I would use all that in order to, you know, banter with her. We're gonna go with that. But yeah, man, this episode is titled Remedial Game 101, man. Mouthpiece. The reason I'm talking about this in particular is because I woke up this morning and I got a question from somebody on IG. Y'all can hit me on my DMs for questions. But basically the person, shout out JP, man. JP, this for you, man. So the question basically was, you know, because on several times I've stated, all I need is one conversation with a chick, and it's a wrap. Now let me be even more clear. When I say one conversation, I mostly prefer, when I say one conversation, a one-on-one conversation. Because when there's multiple people, there's other factors that go into it. But when I say that, I mostly mean on a one-on-one. If a chick have a one-on-one conversation with me, come on, man. Anyway, so remedial game 101. The reason I call it a remedial game is because if you take these lessons in, you process it, and you understand that it's a process and it's going to take time to accomplish, to reach the next level, you will attain a master's level degree. Master, I think that's above expert. Master level degree, where you're not even worrying about chasing. Let's be honest, we're not gonna be worried about chasing pussy. That's what we're talking about, right? We're talking about chasing pussy. Yo, I think I might need some liquor, man. I'm already starting to get hyped. Let me calm down. Hold up. Y'all all about chasing pussy. So I say, you know what? How can I expect them to get to the master level if they're not even getting the remedial level of the game? I'm not talking about getting a number. Hey, say this line, and then that's not what I'm talking about. Like I always say, like you always know, where does all the game start? I'll give you a second. Where does the game start? Life starts here. That's everything. I mean, we talking about bitches, fine. But just know the game of life all starts here, man. So, let's get to the remedial again. Let's get it started. The first lesson in the remedial game 101. You have to know that there's a difference, or you have to know the difference between a male and a female. What, Records? Yo, RPC, what you talking about? I know what a dude is. I know what a chick is. That's not what I'm talking about, man. Yo, keep up, man. Where'd I say the game started? All right? So if that's the case, you got to know the difference between a male and a female's mindset. It all starts in the mind. Y'all don't know her mindset. You're too busy stuck in your own head that you still playing checkers. How can you possibly play chess where you don't even take a remote visit into the other person's brain, man? So number one, know the difference between male and female mindset. For example, the simplest one. Males are logical. Females are emotional. If you don't really understand how big that nugget I just dropped on you is, take your notepad out, man. Start taking notes. This is gonna be some heavy work for you. If the first thing you ain't noticed is the difference between male and females is one thinks logically, one thinks emotionally, you also have to know the difference between logic and emotion. That's 101, man. That's number one. Okay. Matter of fact, I could already tell this ain't gonna be short. I'll be long with it, man. So expect this to be part 2, part 3, part 4, man. I gotta unpack these things. If we in remedial class, I can't be saying anything and expect you guys to know. Let me unpack that. Logic male, emotional female. With that being said, logically speaking, what is the point of arguing with a female? You're spitting facts and logic, and she's rebuting that with how she feels. What's the point? An argument cannot exist with only one person. You cannot have an argument with one person. What does that mean, Rep Hill? Bitch start arguing with you, ignore her. It's not an argument no more. She's the only one. It's not an argument. Don't give her your attention. Don't give her your time, man. Cause you try to be like, well, hold on, let me try to put some sense into her. You fucked up. You fucked up right there. I just told you, what's the first thing I said? Logic versus emotion. And you over here logically thinking, or supposedly logically thinking that you could put some sense into a person who's built off emotion? Don't argue with a chick, man. We talking about game, right? 101, remedial game. The mindset. To be a man, or to be the best version of a man, you have to be a person who seeks knowledge. You have to seek knowledge because your brain is your number one tool. And how can you load up? You know what they say, an item can either be a tool or a weapon. Your brain could be a tool or a weapon, man. Load it up. Load it up. What you loading it up with? All right. The different conversations you have is like, the different conversations you can have with a person, or the different, or the different guns you could pull out on a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like in war, we're gonna compare war, love and war. You're talking game 101. Once you seek knowledge, you'll know which, which tool to bring out. You know what I mean? If you gotta holler at the lawyer, if you gotta holler at the judge, you gotta holler at the chick at the fucking in the grocery stores, all different armory that you gotta use, to knock that off. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta pull out the big bazooka on a bitch. Some people call that mode 1. Don't make no videos about me, ARC, please. All I said was mode 1, man. Anyway, seek knowledge. Now, if you are a person if you are already a person that seeks knowledge, and you haven't studied what I'm about to say, this is the direction I would lead you as far as Remedial Game 101. The game is psychological. Distinct logic. The game is psychological. Guess what? It will probably help you out to study a little psychology, right? What you mean, Red Pill? Why should I study psychology? Isn't that like talking about like crazy people and people on the couch? No. Psychology is study of the brain, man. Study of the mind. Why would I tell you to study psychology? Because females live in their head. Everything is in their mind. Their world is in their mind. We live in the physical. We build. Women, on the other hand, they live in their mind. They're all emotional. So if you study psychology, which is study of the mind, then you'll be able to manipulate the mind, right? You study something, then you could manipulate it, move, and change, right? It'd be in your best interest to also study sociology. Sociology is the study of the development and functioning of a human society. So the reason I say study psychology is to study her brain, study her mindset, or how her mind works, or how people's mind work. I'm gonna get to that. You shouldn't just focus on females. Focus on studying people in general. Then you can hone your game, your scope on the females that you want to bag. But it's best to study people in general, man. Again, sociology is study of the development and function of a human society. So you study her mind, and then you study how she thinks she's supposed to act in society. Woo. When you study the way she thinks she's supposed to act in society, you in actuality, you're learning her mask. You heard? Let me repeat that again. Take your fucking pads out. I'm spitting scrolls right now, man. Woo! Study psychology because she lives in her mind. Study sociology because you'll find out, or you'll learn the way she believes, the way she thinks she's supposed to act in society, aka her mask. Again, if you study her mask and learn her mask, then you'll be able to manipulate and even take off her mask. Remedial Game 101, Mouthpiece. So everything I said before was like a prerequisite, right? Rewind if you want to listen to the prerequisite again. Now we get into the game. Remedial Game 101, Mouthpiece. The first lesson that I will state that you should do moving forward in order to develop or improve your mouthpiece. Talk to everyone and anyone about mostly anything. Let me say that again. Talk to everyone and anyone about mostly anything. Once you do that often enough, you'll get comfortable speaking to anybody. In an interview, police officer, grocery store, anybody, somebody at the bus stop. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be able to talk to anybody I remember my time, yo, I'm the type of person, I don't know if it's my face, I don't know if it's my aura. I can't tell you how often I have people, you understand, I'm not just talking about females, I can't tell you how often I have people just walk up to me, just start talking to me. Hey, you know, such and such, yeah, it's over there. Yeah, yo, da-da-da, did you see the game? Now we're just in the conversation. And I say about sometimes within 5 minutes of the conversation, they're telling me something personal about themselves. I just think to myself like, why is this person so open with me? But what I believe is because I give such a comfortable aura, a non-judgmental aura that a person feels like I'm their therapist. Now, you may say, RPC, man, how am I going to talk to anyone or everyone about mostly anything? How's that even possible? Seek knowledge, nigga. Seek knowledge, nigga. If you seek knowledge, if you're learning about the lions in you know what I'm saying, in a particular continent, if you're learning about, you know, this particular medical procedure, if you're learning about, you know, this particular country or culture, if you're learning about this particular technology that's coming out, if you're talking about this particular book you read on whatever topic, what? Keep up with current events. You know what I mean? Even like, I just thought see, me doing these panels makes me even learn about myself. Yo, fam, I watch TMZ. Do you know why I watch TMZ? Again, didn't I say talk to anyone about anything, about mostly anything? Yeah, even some of the bullshit, like what the Kardashians are doing. Like sometimes you gotta be able to be a chameleon, man, because sometimes people are more comfortable talking about Kardashians than, you know, like the fact that Venezuela ain't got no bread right now, and you know what I'm saying, doctors are selling their daughters off for $5 for, nah. No, I mean, you gotta be able to be a well-rounded person that can talk about almost anything. So sometimes I force myself to watch things in order to improve my game, man. Everything ain't what you want. Everything ain't, well, I don't like that, so I ain't gonna do it. Nah, that's not gonna make you stronger, man. Smooth surfaces ain't gonna chisel you out. You need some rough edges sometime, you know what I mean? So you can be who you are. So that's why I say seek knowledge, man. When you seek knowledge, when you constantly absorbing knowledge, seeking more knowledge, you'll always have something to talk about with someone. And it won't even be, excuse me, let me say it, and it will be effortless. The rep pro, I ain't no genius. I don't know everything. What if somebody brings up a topic I don't know about? Okay, ask questions. Everything's a learning process, man. You don't know what's going on in Venezuela? Ask like, oh, hold on, Venezuela, what's going on out there? Oh, you ain't know? Nah, tell me. Boom. Now once you know, you learn. After that conversation, you might go on the internet, look up some more information yourself, to stand there. Now guess what? Next time you standing somewhere, whatever, and somebody start talking to you, even a female, guess what you're gonna say? Hey, yo, you heard what's happening in Venezuela? No, what is it? Yo, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Now you looking like, you know what I mean? Like you got that knowledge. But you do now because somebody gave you the baton, you took that baton and, you know, took it further. Increasing your mouthpiece, man. Now this chick is gonna look at you, especially if you're not even of Spanish descent. She might look at you like, how does this dude know that? He's not Venezuelan, he's not even South American. Intrigue, we're gonna get back to that. All right. Now that you're speaking to anyone, and everyone about mostly anything, once you start doing that, you're gonna be more comfortable or become comfortable just speaking to people. Matter of fact, before I move on to the next topic, we're talking about mouthpiece, speaking to people, anyone, everyone. Let me tell you off the top of my head 2 jobs that you can have to increase your mouthpiece. Real simple. Cashier. Person at the cashier register has to talk to how many people all the time, man. Spark a little conversation with the people while you at the cashier register, while you ringing them up. It gets you comfortable just talking to people. White, black, Spanish, Asian, short, tall, 60, 16, 26. It doesn't matter, man. You're talking to anybody about anything, man. Cashier. Another one would be sales. If you're in sales, you know, you gotta have that particular energy, you know what I mean, upbeat energy to, you know what I mean, to sell your product. So if you're in sales and you have to talk to people and sell a product, you know what I mean? So that's another good job to have. And the last one I would say is, I mean, there's many more, but another one I would say is, which is actually something that I did, sell women's shoes. Yo, 17 years old, senior in high school. I met so many women. I mean, my game wasn't tight when I was 16, 17, but looking back, the amount of women that I met, talked to, grabbing their feet, taking their shoes off, put the shoe back on, you know what I mean? And looking back, I could see they were looking at me a certain type of way, but I didn't know nobody. I didn't know what it was, you know what I'm saying? So those are three I can tell you off top. Cashier register, cashier, working in sales, and selling women's shoes, man. Yo, shout out to Al Bundy. So back to the mouthpiece, man. Remedial game 101. You really shouldn't be hollering at a chick. I mean, a chick should be chasing you, to be honest. But this is 101. So we gotta start somewhere and move up, right? Okay. The reason I say that is because all my life, ever since I was before high school, I'm talking about middle school, I mean 12 years old, 11 years old, I would always tell my friends like, yo, nah, I ain't hollering at her. Like, I don't know, I ain't no car salesman, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I need to sell myself. Look at me. Yeah, I was saying that at 11, 12 years old. Look at me. I gotta convince her that I'm the shit. Like, she see me. So I've always been like that. I look at myself like a Bentley. Raise your hand if you've seen a Bentley commercial or Bentley advertisement. That's what I'm talking about. I'm on that level. I don't need to fucking advertise myself. You see me. Oh, once I open my mouth, it's a wrap. But 101, you have to develop this confidence that I'm talking about, man. Ever since I was young, chicks used to call me cocky. And I used to look at that like, oh, I'm not cocky. I don't like to be cocky. Okay, I don't. Man, fuck that. I'd rather be considered cocky than, you know what I'm saying, anything less than that. You know, there's a thin line between cockiness and confidence. I'm good straddling that line, man. So, hollering at a bitch, right? When you hollering at a bitch, you gotta put your penis in your pocket. What that mean? We're not talking about mode 1. That's off top. I'm not talking about that. So I'm not even gonna mention, direct game or whatever the case may be. Because actually, my game is long game. I mean, everything's depending on the situation, the environment, so on and so forth. But for the most part, my game is long game. Because through college, I had my one-night stands and, you know what I'm saying, all that. They called me, I think I have what they call market syndrome. Which means once you smash a chick one time, man, you're done, you're good, you're on to the next one. I'm trying to get over that. But anyway, I got longboard game. So that means when I holler at a chick, my penis is in my pocket, meaning when I talk to her, I'm not even thinking about fucking her at first. I'm just trying to figure out, should you even be on a team? What can you do for me? So, with that being said, you should have zero expectations when you're talking with a chick. Zero expectations. She's not a priority. You know what I mean? I look at females as fun. Like, you want to go play ball real quick, you know what I mean? It's not life. You're not an NBA player. It's like, I feel like, playing this real quick, so fuck it. I got time. You know what I mean? It's not a priority. It's not like, okay, there she is. Okay, I'm going there now. Nah, man. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get to that. Zero expectations, man. She's not a priority. The reason she's not a priority, the reason you should have zero expectations when you talk to a chick is because number one, if you do have expectations and it doesn't work out for you, you're gonna feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel negative, like, oh, it didn't work the way I wanted to, the way I expected it to. Nah, man. Zero expectations, man. Why should you have zero expectations, especially when talking to a chick? Again, her emotions are involved. Timing could be a factor. The environment can be a factor. Like, for example, let's say a chick is feeling, but she's in a position, and she's at work, and certain people are around where she can't speak to you and say the things that she wants to do. I mean, that she wants to communicate to you. But that's why it's very important that you guys also learn body language. That falls under psychology and sociology. Body language, man. Communication is over 90% non-verbal, right? That means people mostly communicate with their bodies. Sometimes, if not most times, without them even knowing it. So that means a chick could be saying something out of her mouth, but her body's communicating something completely different. Go with what her body's telling you. All right. Timing emotions and environment can affect the outcome. So have no expectation of the outcome. You're the king, right? You're the god, right? So if anything, if she doesn't hop on your train, that's her loss. That's the mindset you have to have. I have the mindset if a chick is not on my program, I feel like she's doing me a favor. She just saved me some time. But yeah, no expectations, man. And the reason I say speak to anybody about anything, almost any time or whatever, is that you have to learn how to fail. What I mean by that? Nah, I'm speaking on the next one. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, share. Remedial Game 101, man. Mouthpiece, part 1. Next episode, I'm gonna talk about confidence, man. How you gain that confidence and how you can communicate that through your body language. So, till the next time, man. Reporting live from Bogota, Colombia. Red Pill Chauvinist. Signing out. Hey yo, don't forget to subscribe to the Red Pill Chauvinist channel. Hit that notification button, man. Hey yo, I enjoy y'all when y'all put your thoughts, y'all comments on the bottom, man. Ask anybody, man. I respond to 99.9% of the people that comment, man. So if you want to chop it up, we chop it up, man. I'm a personable person. So, like I said, hit the likes, hit the subscription button, share the videos, man. Share with anybody and everybody, man. Each one teach one, man. Don't be selfish. Don't keep this knowledge just to yourself, man. Each one teach one, man. The person you put on, they gonna thank you later, man. Word. When you put somebody onto a gym, they never forget you for that, man. You might have yourself a lifelong friend. That being said, peace to the gods, peace to the kings, peace to the earths, man. I'm out, y'all.